So Polkadot, we're going to look at multiple levels to invest and also why I'm so bullish long term on this. Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you are good and well. Please, if you are new, subscribe, hit the bell button, like and comment. Please do like it though, seriously, it helps us go further. Now, if you're aware, I love Zilliqa. I also love Polkadot. I think as projects, I think these will take a little bit of a mantle away from that world of Ethereum. And I'm going to explain a few reasons as to why I like Polkadot more than most. Do stick around though, because the analysis I'm going to give may well save you a lot of money in terms of where to look at potential dollar cost averaging and places to buy at a nice little level. Not financial advice, it is all based on psychological levels. However, it is on limited chart data. But obviously we all know how prestigious the world of Polkadot kind of is. It's been around for technically quite a while in terms of trajectory sort of management. It's kind of just been locked away a little bit. It has been released. Obviously, co-founder of Ethereum, etc., etc. It's all kinds of ilk to that. But there's better stuff with this coming out. So one thing that I want to talk about is obviously this Polymech. It is a mechanism to create fundraising on the Polkadot platform. Basically similar to how Ethereum works in terms of ERC20 tokens. You can mint your token on the Polkadot network where, hey, ICOs will be coming left, right and center as of next year most likely. What will that do? Increase the price surge and volatility and obviously interest to what the Polkadot network is doing. That is obviously key. The next one is obvious. The one that's been talked about most obviously is the Polkastarter. Boom, it's out. Interoperable token pools on the Polkadot system. So Polkastarter is a DEX built for cross-chain pools and auctions enabling projects to raise capital on decentralized, permissionless, interoperable environments based on Polkadot. So all ties in together, doesn't it? The ability to mint, the ability to do the cross-chain swaps, using fundraising, tactical sort of stuffs. A lot of things coming out, a lot of people are bullish on this. Personally, I don't actually hold any of this, polls it's called, but it is in the Polkadot network and that makes me bullish on Polkadot, obviously. Boom. So, should we do some market analysis? Now, let's talk about a few things. First things first, I've changed my color scheme. Hi. I've gone for the funky little Halloween sort of version of a little, basically nuclear warfare. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit because I was doing a little bit of studying in terms of how my videos looked on socials, and I thought, well, let's just change it up a bit, make it a bit more vibrant to dark skin, dark mode essentially, and this is kind of the crypto sort of spear. Now, we're not going to use the weekly, I don't think. I'm undecided. I'm kind of still thinking about it today, right now, contemplating right now in this video, because we've only got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks pretty much of data, which is not enough to get a good grounding. So we're going to go over to the daily, even still, not the greatest amount of data. So what we're going to look for is a swing low, swing high. We're going to do some little price projections based off Fibonacci, based off support and resistance, and potential areas where we can see it going longer term north, not so much down, north, but there is obviously going to be places for it to go down. We've got a bearish trend at the minute. You can see that we've got a low, 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 okay, high, higher, low. You can see we've fucking died here and then carried on going down. Personally, I think there will be more hurt before there's more goodness. Essentially, it's just the way the market's going. It's not it's not the fact that Polkadot is cack. It's more the fact that the market is kind of just, as you can see, video yesterday, DeFi, boom. So what we're going to do, we're going to look on the weekly first. I know I'm going to go back to it, and we're going to just mark off some obvious levels. The reason why I'm going to do this is for just obvious sake. Top, bottom levels, right? That is the obvious top, which is kind of key. And we're going to look actually at this level here. This is kind of an important level. The reason being, we've had 1, 2 little levels on here. Obviously, we've just literally turned away from this level, so it's vitally important, and it's also fresh in the mind of this. Anyways, moving on. What we're going to do now, we're going to look at this top to this bottom area here. I'm going to count this as a support because it's been tested once, tested twice. It is now level of significance. Fib on there, and this is where you're probably going to start panicking a little bit. I do apologize. Why am I going to say panic? Well, the reason why I'm saying this, actually, no, we're going to go to that level there. This is the bottom. Swing low, swing high. Right up to the 618, vitally important. Cool. So this level here is of interest. We'll come back to that later. Cool. The next level of interest is obviously lower. And this is where you're probably going to start shitting yourselves. I do apologise. So please do, you know, this level, look at this, where these levels have been, where it stopped and turned around on the daily. Guess what? Fibonacci level. Boom. And I do apologise. We are going to mark out this bottom one because that could happen. How bad would you feel if Polkadot went down to that level? How good would you feel, more to the point of how good would you feel in terms of what potential area? Personally, that is quite far away. But we're going to look at these levels anyways. These are kind of important levels. So we've got weekly level here. We've obviously got the 382. Obviously, it's reacted at this level as well. It's been resistance. Obviously, it's been support as well. And what we've seen here is a drop, pop, back to the 618 and back down. We are on a cascading journey down to this 2.5 level, basically $2.50. Okay, cascading level, providing the the market structure doesn't break. So what that could mean is we could break above this level here, which is the obvious kind of level, form a little bit of a low, and then break up, and then start breaking above this level, then breaking up and breaking up. Obviously that could happen. But I'm going to flip it around now. Bullish scenario. Why? I have a feeling this is a massive, massive key level for one reason only. And I'm going to put a Fibonacci on it. So remove the backwards version. Remember, these still have significant trading, investing, all psychological. Sometimes, quite a lot of the time, nearly all the time, prices always go to certain levels and they retest it. You can see here once. Boom. What have we done now? We've retested to see if it's alive. See if it's hello, knock on the door. Are you in? Yeah, cool. Are you supporting? Yeah, cool. That's kind of happens. But from price data here, from the low to the high, and I've already just kind of nailed it for you. I don't want to be too much of a dick. But there's a 618 level right in between where this region is. And as you can see here, just look at that. It's crazy when you think about it. Let me just make sure that it is, well, obviously it is there. It's tapped into that level, which is also where the weeklies have kind of stopped on the wicks. It's a key significant level. So that level there, that weekly level, is significant. Now what can we do with this? Just to make things a little bit different, we could do this if we so wish to, make that as a zone. And that zone is kind of an important little zone. If we go to where the wicks are, make that a little bit bigger. If you want to, you can remove the weekly. That is a key level. Huge level. $3.80 whatever, or down to $3.50. Massive, massive level. Is a key region, and it's a one to keep an eye on. Now, why is it vitally important? In my opinion, I think if this is the case and does go bullish, we're going to see some targets up north now, which is where people probably get a bit more interested. Now, for me, overall, this zone is obviously key. Now, what could happen from here? Well, we could easily just do this, go right up to this level, test this top level, or hopefully, if that is the case, we do that. Obviously, there'll be a few little retracements here and there, but if that does break structure above this level and we start to retrace, it will be forming a trend reversal and a bullish trend will appear, and then it'll start retesting obviously this and maybe even the highs going forward. But that leads us to even more levels up north. $8.30, for example, which would be swing low to swing high, the retracement into the 618, and then obviously the restart of the move, the trend reversal north, target destination $8.30. In my opinion, that is kind of the main aim. Now, this is all you can realistically do in terms of potential target areas based off, well, essentially no data. Now, that sounds madness, that, but we don't have much data. We don't. That's as far as we can go. But this gives you a psychological level based on mathematic formula that could be a level where we could go up to. Moving a bit higher, $9.83. Is that possible? Of course it's possible. Anything's possible. But that is just the way that it goes. So how would this look in terms of reality is, well, simple. If this is going to form a trend, all it is one big massive swoop into this retracement 618, and then off we go into an extension. Now, where are the take profit targets? Well, the obvious really. You can look at the early high as a potential target profit area, and obviously this level here. So in terms of key levels, key psychological levels, we've got one here. $8.31. Cool. We've got one here, weekly levels, basically yearly high, $6.91, and then obviously moving forward up to the tops here, we've got $9.83. These are all key, huge levels, and it's where things could go in the future for Polkadot, in my opinion. But we've got to be very much realistic in terms of how this trend's going to go. Right now, we're in a downtrend. We could go a lot lower. If that's the case and this fails, these targets will not be the same. You'll have to delete those targets and restart again from a potential trend reversal point of view. What I mean by that is, it basically means that if we do not move up and carry on moving up and break structure from this level here, which is the next point of call, to get a nice little horizontal ray tool, this level needs to break, that $4.61 or 62 even, because what we need to start seeing there is trend behavior of us going beyond this level. Essentially, I'll use this actually. For you is this level here, we need to go beyond there, and what that needs to then do, it needs to flip into support, and it needs to form a bit of a trend as support and then carry on going upwards that way. It doesn't just go rocket fuel, because this is a big move, as I would like to demonstrate. Even if up to that 37%, it's huge. It's not going to go with that in one day. It could. It is crypto at the end of the day, but boom. You know, that's the sort of thing. So overall, that is what we've got, boys and girls. You know, if that is a simple analysis you're ever going to get, that is it. In terms of Polkadot for me, overall, one thing to remember, obviously these are bearish targets. You know, if the trend is still going to go bearish, that is where we're going to go. If we do turn around and we start getting beyond this level and then go above and carry on going, well, guess what? We're going much higher, and obviously nice little profits. But dollar cost averaging, you've got all kinds of regions around here. We've obviously got the $3 region, we've got the $2.50, and obviously the bearish one of $1.40 odd or $1.50. Crazy moves, but totally possible. So there you go. Today's video is done. Hope you enjoy. Bit of analysis for you in terms of Polkadot. In terms of the lower time frame, just to give you a bit of a pointer, this is how it will look. Obviously, it looks a bit rangy at the moment, but overall, you know, fundamental wise, it's decent, it's strong, it's decent, but it is in a bearish trend, so just be very much careful. This could be outdated if this level breaks.